Hey legends, welcome back to another episode of Muster Fishing. So for today's episode I'm going to do a 12-hour beach challenge. So the plan is I'm going to be fishing. I've got a little bit of bait, but I'm going to try and catch some fresh squid. I've got a squid float here with just a normal white jig. So the plan is I'm going to try and catch something to eat today, and I'm going to spend 12 hours on the beach and let's see what I can catch after it gets dark, because it's about 8 o'clock now. So once it gets dark, I'm going to probably start heading for some sharks. So hopefully I can catch some fresh bait, something fresh to eat for lunch, maybe something fresh to eat for dinner as well. I don't want to go hungry. I've just got some water bottles in here, and yeah, let's do this. Let's go, guys. Let's get into it. Not sure how much squid might be around, but we'll give it a crack. Hopefully we can get one early, maybe cook half of it, eat half of it, and you just keep some for fresh bait. Alright, get this out and then we'll cut up some whiting. So I've just set up my rod holders about 5 meters apart, and I've got here some old fish that I've kept, which I've just put in the burley bag. So I'm hoping that might attract some whiting or anything really flathead. Let's go, first cast. Not the best, but that'll do. All right, let's get the other rod ready now. All right, this rod's already rigged up, so all we have to do is just cut up some fresh bait. Look at that, how easy is that? And on this rig I'm just using the Muster Tackle whiting rig. So you know the name of the rig, so that's the target species, because they're one of the best eating fish in Victoria, hands down. Oh, my squid float's gone under. Lift this down, squid on. Oh no, it's gone down there, so I'm gonna have to recast that. Damn, I thought I was on for a second. Alright, so we had a false alarm. The actual tide's moving the float heaps, so I've just got to keep an eye on it and probably cast it every 5 minutes or so. And now this rod's ready. It's got the sinker on there and everything. I'm not too sure if I'll get squid here, but I'll give it a crack. We'll cut up some baits now. Maybe we'll get some whiting or a flathead. That would be nice. Very frozen. Let's just cut them up into tiny strips. About half. It's going to be here a while, so we need to really be conservative with our baits. Unless I get a squid early, that would be nice. Alright, see that? The squid float has just moved about 20 meters in a heartbeat. Come on, whiting. That's what we want, whiting, flathead. Just something to have an early feed for lunch or even breakfast. I'm not going to peg this too far out. You'd be surprised sometimes how close the fish are. That's a little lob. Beautiful. Let's go, let's get some action. So now, even though the current's moving the float really fast, it's actually a good thing because it's making the jig move naturally. So if there's no movement, it makes it harder for the squid to attack it. But like this, it just makes my job a little bit harder, but it should be fine. It's moving. I'll just have to cast it every 3-4 minutes and keep an eye on it. I'll let it drift out a little bit more to the left and I'll reel it up and go again. All right guys, so I'm about 2 hours into the challenge. I have not had one nibble, so looks like it might be a tough day, but I'll give updates every couple of hours and see how I go. Hopefully I'll land something so I can have something to eat. I've got both the rods out now. And yeah, just waiting, so hopefully I can get a hit and cook it up. I think I got a bite. Yeah, fish on. Yes, finally. It's been about 4 hours. What is it? Please be something to eat. Whiting. Yes. And it's a keeper too. Look at that. Beautiful King George whiting. Perfect hook up, it was not going nowhere. Look at that. Put it in the bucket. Maybe there's a school around and we can cook up a feed a bit later. Let's go. So it's about almost 1 o'clock now. I just got my first whiting, which is hard work, but I got one. So there might be a school around. They're not hanging that deep. They're actually pretty shallow. So I'll just cast it out again. I'm gonna try my luck. I'm probably gonna start cooking up the feed once the wind dies down a bit. The wind's picked up a little bit. I'm hoping it dies down, but yeah. So far so good. I got something to eat. And we're about 4 hours down, so it just goes to show that persistence does pay off. So let's do it. Let's get some more. Yeah, fish on. Yes. Oh yes. Fish on. Come on. What is it? Had a little bit of weight to the start of the fight, but not much action now. Oh no. Oh, my worst enemy, the toadfish. Let's get the hook out of your bud. Hey, mate, let go of it. That's why it's so important to use circle hooks. Look at that, unwanted fish. And go back in the drink. See you later, bud. Alright guys, I'm gonna start filleting this fish. I don't have the best knife, so I'll leave the skin on. Come on. There we go. One fillet knocked off. There we get the second one. They are very slippery. Beautiful. There we go. Cut that off. Let's go. We just get rid of that part. There's a bit of bone there. Beautiful, deboned, perfect King George whiting fillets. I'm going to leave the skin on because I don't have a fillet knife on me. It's done. I'll get rid of this one too. Beautiful. There we go, no bones. I'm going to cut these into small pieces. I'll wash them first and then cut them into small pieces. Let's give them a wash. Beautiful. So now we'll just cut them up to small pieces on there. On there. Perfect. On there. And another one there. Perfect. Now this, I'll show you what I do with this, guys, now. Alright guys, so I've just reeled in both the rods. I'm going to have a little bit of a break now. I'm on top of some hill. Just got a beautiful lookout and I'm about to cook this whiting. So I've just made this breadcrumb mix. It's got a bit of chili flakes in it, a bit of herbs, a bit of spices and breadcrumbs. So I'm just going to put the fish in here, toss it up, start cooking. Let's go. Grab the fish. Ziploc bag and just shake it up. There we go. Now we turn this on. Nice and low. Oil in. Perfect. Let's get this straight first. Look at that, this is powerful as this little weapon. Let's add some fish in there. Beautiful. Oh, look at that. That is amazing. Now it's time for the tester. Let's see how it cooked. Now it's time to test it out. Let's dig in. That is beautiful. Oh, have a look at that. That is fresh. Just caught, freshly caught and freshly cooked. Doesn't get much better than this, guys. Let it cool down, it's a bit hot. Oh yes. Alright guys, I'm gonna finish off this mad feed. I'm actually quite hungry. Then I'm gonna set up again and hopefully catch some more whiting or flathead, maybe a snapper. As soon as it gets dark, I'll throw the big rods out and I'll go for some gummies or maybe even a snapper if I'm really lucky. It's about 3 o'clock now. I'm 7 hours in. I've only had the 2 hits, a toady and a whiting, and I'm hoping that there's more fish out here, but yeah, I've got 5 hours to go. I'm not going to give up, and I'm hoping that, you know, maybe a big rod can go off. I just finally threw out the big rod, so I tried for squid, it wasn't working. I've just threw out the big rod now. The whiting rod's still out there, so fingers crossed we can land some good fish. Look at that, the sun's setting. It's about 5:30 and I've got about 2.5 hours to go. Still haven't caught nothing yet. It's been a really hard sesh, but the big rods are out, so I'm hoping something big swims past, but it's not looking promising at the moment. You know, there's a saying, you know, all fishers say there's reward for effort. So, you know, I'm hoping that me putting in the serious hours today, having good baits and the right gear, gets me a solid fish, hopefully. So stay tuned, see how we go. Anyway, it's a beautiful day. It's been exhausting actually. We'll keep on fighting and hopefully we get a fish. Sun's about to set, so it's time for some sharks. Let's cut up this yakka. Fresh as. Beautiful. Next to the side because I'm going to sit there. So we just bait this up and go for gold. Alright, so we just pin this once, top side up. Perfect. Let's cast this bad boy out. So the 12-hour challenge is officially over. Have a look how it ended, guys. I snapped my favourite combo. Pretty gutted. I'll need to get a new surf rod now. But yeah, that's gone. That's cracked. It's had its good run. It's caught a fair few fish, but yeah. The 12-hour challenge is over, guys, and it ended in a really sour note. I snapped my favourite rod. I'm pretty gutted, but you know, I guess it's time for a new one, time for an upgrade now. So hope you guys enjoyed this episode anyway, with something a little bit different. I put in some serious hours on the beach with no reward, so I'm pretty devastated to leave just with the one whiting. Well, not leave, but ended up cooking it. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video anyway. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Muster out.